Ya, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much for the occasion. And then it's such an honor for me to present our paper that talk about development of Instagram filters as learning media for Indonesian culture using AR or augmented reality. So actually, we are from Informatic Engineering Education Department, Faculty of Teachers Training and Education, Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. And then with the authors are Handika Dwirmawan and then Rafika Latif. We are from the same department in UMS. And then this is the introduction that actually we already know that our country, Indonesia, is one of the countries with a high level of cultural diversity, which data from the Central Statistic Agency, PPS, of the Republic of Indonesia said that the number of ethnic groups in Indonesia that has been successfully recorded is as many as 1,128 ethnic group with a composition of like more than 1,000 ethnics and sub-ethnic in Indonesia, and each ethnic and ethnic has its own identity. It's like, and they also have their own language, their own culture, something like that. So this is really diverse. And then the ADI in 2013 also said that indigenous Indonesian culture looks very outdated along with the development of lifestyle and technology. So the situations sometimes cause some problem with the next word. Maybe some country also claims some cultures of Indonesia or something like that. So we need to prevent that kind of things with promoting Indonesian culture to the young generation. Regarding to that, Seto Miliati, he is a child psychologist that said that the important point to increase the nationalism to prevent the claims of Indonesian culture is providing the the term or the subject of Indonesian culture to the education. So it can give like strong point or sense of nationalism. Is one of the cores of education. He said that. And then Azhar Ashari related to learning media, he said that learning media is really helpful in the effectiveness of the learning processes and delivering messages and can generate student motivation and interest. Actually, with the development of technology, there are some technologies that are helpful for teaching and learning, such as AR, VR, something like that. In terms of AR, this is one of the technology that's also really interesting for the young generation, especially for students too. And then AR is a combination between two-dimension or three-dimensional objects with the natural environment. This combination between real world and virtual world. So this is the method that we use to develop the application. We use waterfall method, which consists of the requirements, design, implementation, verification, and also maintenance stage. But in this development, this paper only talk until the verification, but still in the limited data. So in the first stage, we have the requirement stage. The author conducts some literature study and then need analysis based on the functionality needs and then software and hardware needs and something like that. And then for the design, we use storyboard, flowchart, and something like that. And then some UI, UX, user interface design uh, for to use for the next stage for the implementation. For the implementation, we use Spark AR. This is the application that we use to develop the AR Instagram filter. And it's really useful and then open source. Everyone can use it also. And then for verification, we use the data from the Spark AR Hub. We can collect the data and then see the insight how many people or users that use our application. So let's talk about the results based on the researchers' observation. The first one, we talk about the needs analysis. So the researcher analysis the software requirement that will be used in the developing Instagram filter as a learning media. And then we also try to observe some exciting software and conducting literature that give a strong foundation for the development of the Instagram filter. And then this is the functional needs that we need for the system. And then for the developer needs, we for the software, the first one, we need laptop or personal computer, of course, to develop the apps, and then smartphone Android to try the Instagram filters. And then for the software, we use Spark AR that connected to the Instagram and Facebook. And also, of course, we need the Instagram apps and then Facebook apps to test the application too, and then to use the application also. And then this is the design. Before you're talking about the use case design, of course, actually we have the this is like the user interface. This is the Indonesian culture, and this is the answer. Is this correct or not? And then the first one is like this. You can see, and then on the correct one, this one, and then this is the uh, design for the timer. So we only put 5 seconds only. But if we make sure this for the longer one, we can make it until 10 seconds or something like that. But 5 minutes is really enough, not too long, not too short. And then this is the algorithm design for the implementation. We use Spark AR. And then this is how the algorithm works based on the user answer. It's quite complex, but actually we just use our like systematic thinking to use which one. If you click the answer on the right one, so this will give the right answer too. And then let's take a look of the implementation. So this is the view start when we are using the application. So this is the names of the quiz or Instagram people, Tebak Budaya Nusantara Indonesia, or in English, Guess Indonesian Culture, Nusantara Indonesian Culture, Guess the Nusantara Culture. And then the question start, and then the time goes backward from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the answer to the previous question is displayed, and then it's shown will be like, oh, there is no screenshot for the answer, but after this will be show up the answer of the picture that has is shown. And then this is the qualities, and then based on the impression, and then the frequencies user that use the application during the last 1 month. Actually, in the frequency users use our application, it's increased day by day. It's until now is like more than 900. Yeah, just like that. So it's kind of interesting that like maybe until now is already more than 1,000 that users that already use our application. And then is the conclusion. So actually the description and discussion that has been carried out with the several conclusion that can be drawn. The first one is development media is carried out using the waterfall model, and then development use the Spark AR application, and then but we still need a future research, and then needs more Indonesian culture that will be included on the application. So I think that's all for the presentation. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.